Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're now delighted to be joined over the telephone by our guest for the afternoon, Mr. Ramzy Khoury, our Jordanian journalist. It's a very good afternoon to you, Mr. Ramzy.
Good afternoon, Angie.
Thank you so much for your time. Let me start first by going to the latest developments with regards to the ceasefire deal that has been announced and agreed upon by all the parties and is expected to be implemented from 8:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. How do you see this recent development, Mr. Ramzy? Are you hopeful?
Finally, maybe we can see a stop to the carnage. So many people, innocent civilians, have been massacred. So if this is going to bring an end to that, then it's fantastic, and it's a great achievement. Obviously, whether this ceasefire is going to hold or not, pretty much depends on Israel and the political needs of Netanyahu and his government. And this is the unfortunate part about all ceasefires. They are guaranteed on paper, but they may not be guaranteed in practical life, because Netanyahu can always come up with an excuse to restart the war, or to carry out the bombing, or to reinvade whatever he fancies.
Indeed. Now let me ask you, according to this ceasefire, Mr. Ramzy, we are expecting hostages and prisoners to be released within the next 24 hours or so from the two sides. How important do you see this element of the agreement?
Well, this is the most important element of the agreement, because when the Palestinians did the 7th of October attack, the idea that they had was to release to whitewash prisons, is basically what they said. And what that means is to release the Palestinian prisoners. There are so many political prisoners who have been there for so many years. Some of them they have life sentences. There are children in Israeli prisons who have been held on administrative detention. There are women. And at the end of the day, the Palestinians have not ever been able to release prisoners unless it was through an exchange. And the only way an exchange happens is for them to be able to grab Israeli soldiers to exchange. So basically, this is a very important element that is an achievement for the Palestinians, because this war has been a catastrophe for the Palestinians.
Yes.
Gaza is destroyed. We have definitely over 68,000 Palestinians who are killed, 120,000 minimum who are injured. We have so many orphans now. So basically, this catastrophe, the only achievement after this catastrophe is really as a practical achievement, of course, not a political achievement or a PR achievement, but in terms of practicality,
yes,
is the prisoner exchange. And obviously the Palestinians are able to get a very large number of Palestinian prisoners out.
Yes.
The main prisoners that the Palestinians want, they're not getting now, not during the first phase. And therefore what the Palestinians did is they made sure to spread out the release of the Israeli prisoners in order to ensure that Israel will have to remain committed after the first phase of 42 days.
Right. Now, Mr. Ramzy, today an Egyptian source said, of course, Cairo meetings as well were underway in preparation for the implementation of the ceasefire deal in the Gaza Strip. And a very important role to be played by Egypt is it is getting ready to embark on the largest aid convoy delivery to the Gaza Strip via the Rafah border crossing. How important do you see this, especially in light of the dire humanitarian situation on the ground in the Gaza Strip?
This is extremely important, obviously. The only way you can get the Palestinians out of this situation where they don't have food, they don't have medicine, they don't have the basic needs for life, And this is exactly what Israel attempted to do during the past 15 months. But what is extremely important is that for this to go through Rafah, number one, because Rafah, under the control of the Egyptian government, will guarantee the 600 trucks coming into Gaza, whereas if the trucks were to come through another entryway, such as Eretz, then it is not guaranteed. In the past, the Palestinians were, for example, promised 500 trucks a day. Israel would not only allow 300 or 200 to come in. So basically, the more control on the Egyptian side, the better it is for the Palestinians. 600 trucks coming in, 50 of them, to say the least, fuel, especially now during the winter season, would actually be a major relief for the Palestinians. The Palestinians also need decent housing, so maybe tents and prefab units are also sent through Rafah into the Gaza Strip. But what is very important, Angie, is for the trucks to be allowed to reach the north of Gaza, because the north of Gaza suffers much more than the south of Gaza.
Yes.
And therefore, this is very nerve-shattering, if you like, because it is not enough for the trucks to come through the Rafah crossing into Rafah, but it is very important for these trucks to be able to reach the north of Gaza in peace without any hindrance from the Israelis.
Absolutely right. On that note, I'm afraid we have run out of time, but I'd like to thank you very, very much. Our guest for the afternoon, Mr. Ramzy Khoury, our Jordanian journalist. Thank you very much, sir, for your time and your insight and for joining us today. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we wrap up today's edition of Arab Affairs. You're in the company of myself, Angie Meher. Many thanks for watching.